Alright guys, what is up? Today is just another update video. I got my new MAF sensor in, and I've already installed it. You can see it's right down there, ready to go. And hopefully this is going to fix the problem. Let's go ahead and get right to that. And I'm going to go ahead and install the battery cable, and then we'll go and start. Alright guys, here's the moment of truth. Let's go ahead and try it. Things we're going to look for to see if it's working is a quick startup and no misfire after a few seconds. Oops. A little bit more. It's trying really hard. Let's see if it'll stay, guys. Nope, it died again. Let's try starting it. Alright, I've got my foot on the gas to see if I can get it to... Nope, died. Alright, let's go ahead and check the engine bay because something was not sounding right. Alright, I'm going to do a little bit of exploring real quick and I'll get right back to you guys. Alright guys, so I went ahead and tried it again. And it seems like I kind of just have to barely tap my foot on the pedal every once in a while to keep it kind of going. But it is running. It doesn't sound like it has a misfire. So I'm going to see if I can keep it running like this a little bit, see if it'll kind of redo the engine diagnostics or something, because I had the battery off. And hopefully it'll hold itself. Like, let's see, foot is off the gas. And it dies. But when I put my foot on the gas, there we go. Nope, dying a little bit. Alright, so let me feather it when it's going. Feathering it a little bit helps. So it might just be my throttle position sensor, or it could be something else. But I'm going to see if I can get it to go a little bit like this. I don't hear a misfire, but it is dying, which is kind of weird. So I'm going to go ahead and hold it like this for a little bit, guys, and I'll get back to you, hopefully, with it running all good and well. Well guys, I went ahead and, because I did codes on the ECU, and it gave me a code 21 for the throttle position sensor, which I was depressing to keep it alive, so that's why it probably gave that code. And then it also gave a code 31, which is an ECU overload, which is pretty interesting. So I went ahead and swapped in the old ECU I had just to make sure that that one worked well. Both of these worked before I swapped the MAF out, remember that. So I checked both ECUs, it does the same thing where it kind of wants to die. My best guess right now is one of the grounds somewhere has gone bad, and so it's just kind of giving it a really bad reading. So I'm going to go ahead and see what I can do to find some grounds tomorrow. I asked a couple guys on the Facebook groups, so we'll go ahead and see what that all has to say. If I figure it out this weekend, you're going to be seeing that footage right now, and if not, then it's probably going to be another week or two since I do another update video on this. Other than that, guys, I hope you have a great day, and I will see you next week. Alright guys, so after I was done last night, I actually got a little bit of help from some of the Facebook group folks, and they actually, because I always wanted to do this but I always forgot, is to just unplug the MAF and see how well it ran. And so I went ahead and undid it. The connector's over here, I was looking at it. And I unplugged it last night and it started right up and it idled just fine, no misfires or anything. So the issue with us is definitely in this MAF system. So I'm going to go ahead and remove the MAF one more time. I'm going to go ahead and clean all the contacts on it and on the connector itself, even though the connector looks pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and see if I can clean both of those off, make sure there's nothing going on there. The connector is a very common place to fail, supposedly, so if I can't get it to work this week, I'm going to go ahead and order a new connector. It's like $14 or something on eBay for a quick release one, which is really nice. So I'm going to go ahead and get that if this doesn't work. But other than that, guys, that should be the last piece of the puzzle to fix this car, and I'm super excited. So I'm going to go ahead and clean that real quick, and we'll see what happens. Alright guys, so I've done a bit of work. I'm going to go ahead and play a video right now over this one you can see. Basically that video is just me starting the engine with the old MAF plugged in actually, and then turning it off, coming over here, unplugging it, and then going back and then turning it back on with it unplugged. And you can see it runs perfectly when it's unplugged, but when it's plugged in, it does have some problems. So I don't know what I'm gonna do, guys. I might be swapping out the connector. I might be swapping out for a whole new MAF itself, because it doesn't run with the new one for some reason, but it will run with the old one. But the old one has the misfire, so it really is pretty pretty bamboozling right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and see what I can do, see what I can dig up on this, why it wouldn't run. The new one, I did the resistance test on it, and it only failed one of the pins. The old one failed like 3 or 4 of them. So I'm not 100% sure why this new one doesn't want to stay running. But I have the old one in right now. It's unplugged still. So when it's unplugged, it runs fine, starts up perfectly, and idles to 2,000 before it'll start cutting itself. But yeah, guys, there you go. I hope this update video was interesting. If you're having a problem and you think it might be the MAF, just unplug it and see what happens. Because if I had done that, I would have saved myself a lot of time earlier. But there you go, guys. I hope this was interesting, and I hope you liked it. And I will see you guys next week, hopefully with a new running either MAF or connector.